In Your House 9, subtitled International Incident, took place across the Canadian border in Vancouver, British Columbia. The feature attraction would be a six-man tag team grudge match which featured WWF champion Shawn Michaels, Intercontinental champion Ahmed Johnson, and a returning Psycho Sid, dubbed the People's Posse on one side, against a Jim Cornette-led stable of Vader, Owen Hart, and the British Bulldog. Michaels had been feuding with the Bulldog over his title, also had history with Owen Hart in the months preceding his championship victory at WrestleMania 12, and would soon come face-to-face with the 400-plus pound Vader. He and Ahmed Johnson would form a bond, and the two champions, alongside the Ultimate Warrior, fought off Cornette's camp when they attempted to attack Michaels following his successful title defense over the Bulldog at King of the Ring. Sid was allegedly released from a mental institution by Michaels as a replacement for the departing Warrior, to face them in this match. The Undertaker suffered disappointing upsets when a debuting Mankind cost him the Intercontinental Championship against Goldust, after interfering in their casket match at In Your House 8. He then lost to Mankind after his own manager, Paul Bearer, mistakenly struck him with his urn, and succumbed to the Mandible Claw at King of the Ring. In the event's other matches, Mankind takes on Henry O. Godwinn one-on-one, while The Undertaker seeks to settle the score with Goldust, who has since lost the Intercontinental title. The Body Donnas, Skip and Zip, face the tag team title holders, the Smoking Guns, in a non-title matchup, and the new King of the Ring, Stone Cold Steve Austin, faces Marc Mero in a semi-final rematch from the tournament. The Smoking Guns take on the Body Donnas in the opening match. However, the tag team titles are not on the line. The Body Donnas start strong in the match, using teamwork and quick tags, but Sonny interrupts by pretending to faint. This distraction leads to an attack from the Guns, who counter with their own double teaming. They dominate Skip with moves like a power slam and attempt a tag team move that fails, drawing boos from the crowd. The Guns continue to use the referee's distraction to control Skip in their corner. After some struggle, Skip manages to tag in Zip, who begins to fight back until Billy trips him. Bart takes advantage of this to set up a move, but he is too distracted and is hit with a missile dropkick. Zip then covers Bart for the win. Mankind faced Henry O. Godwinn in the next match. Mankind attacks Henry while he is doing a hawk call, but Henry retaliates with punches, a power slam, and a spinebuster. Mankind counters with a bulldog, a running knee, and an apron leg drop. He then exposes the concrete and performs a neck breaker on Godwinn, but after a collision with the post, Godwinn gains the upper hand. Back in the ring, Mankind blocks a slop drop and wins with the Mandible Claw. Afterwards, Mankind runs backstage looking confused. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Marc Mero meet in a rematch from the King of the Ring tournament next. While Austin and Mero exchange takedowns and holds, Marlena curiously looks on. Austin regains control after Mero gains an advantage. He tricks Mero by feigning an injury and attacks him. Austin uses various holds to wear Mero down, even after a missed move from him. Mero retaliates with impressive moves but is countered by Austin multiple times. Ultimately, Austin executes a Stone Cold Stunner on Mero to win the match, and Marlena departs, but her purpose is unclear. The next contest features The Undertaker taking on Goldust. Goldust hesitates to fight Taker and uses the referee as a shield. They exchange blows outside the ring, with Taker throwing Goldust onto the steps and threatening him. Goldust tries to gain an advantage by removing a turnbuckle pad and using dirty tactics like thumbing Taker in the eye. They continue to fight, with Taker performing various moves, but ultimately misses an elbow. Goldust then takes control, using the steps and holds to weaken Taker. Taker fights back, hitting a clothesline and attempting a tombstone, but fails twice before succeeding. As he looks for a cover, Mankind suddenly appears and applies the Mandible Claw on Taker, causing the referee to stop the match. Mankind then pulls Taker into a hole in the mat before brawling with him backstage as the lights flicker and smoke fills the area. In the main event, the People's Posse, Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, and Psycho Sid, face Jim Cornette's camp of the British Bulldog, Owen Hart, and Vader. Vader demands Michaels into the match and the People's Posse takes control. Ahmed helps Michaels with Hurricane Ranas, crossbodies, and a baseball slide. Sid then delivers clotheslines, and Ahmed follows with the Pearl River plunge, but Vader breaks the count. Johnson slams Owen with rolling German suplexes. Michaels returns and wrestles technically but gets hit by Owen's cast. Vader dominates him with a chokehold as others try to interfere. Despite comeback attempts by Michaels, he is held back until he makes a hot tag to Sid. A brawl ensues, and Michaels hits Vader with Cornette's racket, but Vader kicks out. Cornette then interferes, allowing Vader to pin Shawn after an avalanche attack and a Vader bomb. Camp Cornette celebrates, but Ahmed and Sid retaliate, with Sid powerbombing Bulldog and Owen, while Shawn assaults Vader until he retreats. Ahmed Johnson's Intercontinental Championship reign would be ended when debuting Farouk severely injured his ribs in an attack, forcing him to vacate the title. Mark Merrill went on to feud with Goldust, eventually defeating him for the vacant title, while the Smoking Guns maintained their grip on the tag team titles for the moment. Stone Cold Steve Austin would persist in his rise to main event status as his persona would continue to evolve, both inside and outside the ring. Jerry the King Lawler began to mock Jake the Snake Roberts over his alcohol addiction, crossing a personal line that forced him to appropriately respond. At SummerSlam 96, the stage was set for Jake to get retribution from the King, while regaining his dignity and self-respect. The Undertaker and Mankind resumed their war in a boiler room brawl, and Shawn Michaels to face perhaps his largest test to date, in defending the WWF Championship against Vader.